Loud storms waking us up last night. Does it look like we're going to get any more storms that are similar? Is it
we do have a chance of seeing some more severe storms overnight tonight, but the coverage doesn't look as great. It also doesn't look nearly as strong, but it is going to be there. It's certainly a possibility, but overall chances are definitely going to be lower tonight.
You know what it is? I dragged my sprinkler out a couple days ago. And then look, we got rain. So
I bought sprinklers this weekend, and same thing.
There you go.
So
next time,
we're working on it. Yeah.
Next time it's a little dry, we'll just get the sprinklers out and they'll take care of it.
It always happens that way.
Yeah.
No, we actually had some severe storms that took place first in northwest Oklahoma, eventually moved into parts of the metro and south metro, and eventually moved on to eastern Oklahoma. But some of the damage this morning coming in from Tuttle, some of the worst damage. We also had lots of power outages and everything like that. But look at the damage. It almost kind of looks like a low-end tornado went through, but this was all due to straight line winds. So we're easily talking between about 65 to maybe up to around 75-mile-an-hour winds. It was all very brief. It was very isolated. So the damage was just kind of located in just really this small area, but definitely quite a bit of damage just in this spot. And again, all of this taking place around Tuttle. So now let's go to Links 1. I'm going to show you what the wind gusts did. And these are just the mesonet sites. So obviously we had a lot of wind that was just outside of those that didn't hit an actual site, but we had a 63 there in Marshall. We had a 58 in Breckenridge, a 54 in Minco, and obviously Tuttle near there. But we obviously had to have had wind gusts over 60 miles an hour. We're still dealing with thousands of customers without power right now. 600 customers in Oklahoma County, 500 in Garfield, and 500 in Woodward as well. We should be working on that, though, today. They're pretty quick about it. And just kind of looking at some of the wind reports that came through, really all took place in north central Oklahoma. We know that we had some very strong wind gusts in the northwest where we had the power lines down, and also a little bit of hail and some flash flooding taking place in eastern Oklahoma. You can see that some of the storms actually strengthened, at least in intensity, just a little bit as far as rainfall is concerned, as they made their way into parts of really just south of Tulsa, and then in parts of far eastern Oklahoma. But all of the storms now well off to the east. We still have some showers located in parts of south central, southeastern Oklahoma. Nothing severe, not expecting any severe weather throughout the afternoon and evening. But now we're at least seeing lots of sun, still some cloud cover where we do have the rain across far southern Oklahoma. But leading up to these warmer temperatures, it's going to be another hot day. So this is our Integris camera put over our Lucky Star Skycam network. Mostly sunny, 86 degrees, a south wind at 24, wind gusts right now at 30, dew points in the mid 60s. So it does feel more like 88, upper 70s, low 80s across north. We have some upper 80s showing up in parts of western Oklahoma with that southeast wind right now anywhere between about 10 to as much as around 35 miles an hour. That wind's a lot lighter in the north and in the northeast. The big picture really kind of showing frontal boundary well to the south. You can see where all the heat is basically along the Gulf Coast, and it's going to be staying there. It's going to heat up a little bit more here in the days ahead, but we at least still have some more rain chances to talk about in the next couple of days. Beginning with late this evening, I do expect to see more storms out in the Panhandle, possibly far southwest Oklahoma. After midnight, a lot of that will start to increase in coverage at least a little bit. Right now, a slight chance for Oklahoma City, so I don't think the coverage is going to be as great, and the intensity of the storm shouldn't be as great, but there's still going to be a low threat for severe weather. So today, looking for a high of about 92 in Oklahoma City, but low to upper 90s across southwest Oklahoma for this evening. A chance of storms out in the Panhandle, and then overnight and into tomorrow morning, the chance will increase from west to east, especially in eastern and northeast Oklahoma. That's where storms are going to be a little bit more likely, but any one of those storms could produce up to quarter-size hail, wind gusts of 65. So where we could see the hail that could be up to quarters, I think that's going to be in north central, northwest Oklahoma. Also, again, isolated wind gusts of up to about 65 miles an hour. Most of us shouldn't come close to that. Temperatures dropping down into the low to mid 70s for a lot of us, upper 60s in the northwest. Tomorrow afternoon, out ahead of a cold front, it's going to be a southwest wind, so temperatures will be warming back up into the mid 90s, but looking at low 100s across the far south, upper 80s in the northwest. They're going to have that cool front come in a little bit earlier, but tomorrow afternoon and evening, as the cold front pushes off to the southeast, that's where we're going to have that moderate chance of rain and storm. So after about 3 or 4 o'clock, some of those storms that could develop develop in parts of southeast Oklahoma. They could also become low and severe. We're talking quarter-size hail, wind gust up to about 65 miles an hour. By Thursday, it's going to be more of an east wind, so temperatures coming down a couple of degrees, at least for some of us. 93 in Oklahoma City, but 90 in Stillwater, 94 degrees in Ponca City, 100 in Hobart, 102 in Altus, 99 Thursday afternoon. And Lawton, by Thursday evening, there will be a slight to moderate chance in southwest Oklahoma for a few rain and storms this weekend. I don't want to say that it's not looking bad, but it's certainly looking hotter. Highs in the upper 90s, a slight chance of an isolated shower storm. And next week, it's looking drier and hotter. Colby, back to you.